back to the channel, guys. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Today we are in my favorite daily, Courtney's Mazda, and I want to talk to you guys about something that kind of has been bugging me lately. Now, I'm not going to spend a lot of time blabbing in this video and telling you about things that aren't related. This video is kind of going to be quick, and I just want to talk about how I think that YouTube, and I guess the internet in a whole, like social media and all that stuff, but more directly YouTube, has kind of killed being a car enthusiast, or at least what people think it means to be a car enthusiast. Now, I mean, for me personally, a car enthusiast, I love cars. I love driving them, I love working on them, I love all that stuff, but I don't think that it means I need to mod the living hell out of every car and have 7 cars and do engine swaps and turbos. And I just think being a car enthusiast is just, you know, having that passion and doing whatever you want. Did you like my stutter there? Doing whatever you want to your own car and having it as a way to express yourself and stuff. But what has happened, I feel, over the, I don't even know how long it's been going on for, but it's been more evident more recently that people on YouTube, for example, I feel like that's the biggest player in this. Instagram and all that stuff, yeah, they count, but I feel like YouTube's the biggest one. People on YouTube, they start like being just like me and working on their car and doing, you know, the mods they can afford in an understandable time frame. They don't just buy a car and all of a sudden it's completely built and whatever in weeks. You know, they buy it and they do whatever they want to it over time, and like they understand real life, right? It takes time and people relate and they go, oh yeah, I want that mod too and I'm saving up too. And what's happening is people on the internet are becoming very, very wealthy, and that's because their success, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not bashing that at all. I aspire to be there one day, but they ruin it in the sense of they'll buy a car and immediately they do stuff to it. They don't necessarily enjoy that car. So I don't know how to explain this. Like, I bought my BRZ because I loved it. I love driving it, I love everything about it, and I took my time and enjoyed that BRZ. Now there's people who buy a BRZ, and from the minute they pick it up, even before they even pick it up, they're like, okay, I need to get these wheels, I need to get these coilovers, I need to get this exhaust, and I need to do it all right away so that people think I'm cool. But they're not doing it to be cool. They're doing it because they want their car to sound better, look better, handle better, whatever it is that they say that they're really going for. My point is, you don't go out and buy a BRZ and say you're a car enthusiast and not actually enjoy driving the BRZ because, you know, it doesn't handle good enough, it doesn't sound good enough, and all these things. You go out and buy a car like that to mod it. It's because you think that's what you have to do. You think that that's how you'll be cool, or even if it's not about being cool, you think that's just the way that you've been programmed. It has to work. People no longer buy cars and enjoy them. They no longer buy their cars and drive them and get a good feel for them and love them and learn them. They just buy them, and they think that if they don't lower their car, you know, they don't put an exhaust on it right away, the day they get it, or they don't start talking about it the second that they pick that car up, that I don't understand it, really. I don't understand it. But the people on the internet are to the point where they own like 7 or 8 cars, and they get a car, and, you know, they buy a car, and the next day they put new wheels on it, the next day they do this and that, and within a couple months the car's fully built. And yeah, it's great for us to watch, it's entertaining, and that's the point, that's why they do it. I 100% am with it. However, people have been becoming trained to think that that's what's cool, that's what has to be done. And I just want you guys to know that that's not the case. Like, just because you have a car that is cool to lower or sounds good, yes, put an exhaust on it, yeah, that's fine. That's not my main point. My point is, people buy these expensive cars, and without even blinking an eye or learning the car or whatever, they say, oh, I love my BRZ. I bought it because it's an awesome car. I love the way it handles and blah, blah, blah. But it's NA, and if it's not boosted, it's not sure. My point is, like, I bought my car, I drove it for a while, I loved it. I learned to love it. And then I started making modifications. Lots of them are, yeah, because they're aesthetically pleasing to me, but I just don't get the doing it all right away the second you buy the car. That doesn't make sense. That's not what it means to be a car enthusiast. To be a car enthusiast just means you love everything about the cars and you love the process of the build. Doing a build as fast as you can doesn't really show you're a car enthusiast, because I would want to build my car all this summer. This summer I'm trying to be able to build my car all summer long. Not have it all built within 2 weeks and then what, you're just driving it around, done. You know? Like, I don't know if I'm conveying this the way I want to, but it's just, it just baffles me, because I see people buying cars nowadays and they buy it and it's like, oh, nice, man. Like, I keep using a BRZ as a reference just because that's what I drive. I like your new BRZ, it's pretty cool. But instead of them saying, you know, like, yeah, I really love it, that's why I bought it, it's like, yeah, I already bought wheels for it, and like, I'm gonna order, you know, coilovers or whatever it is that they're doing, and it's like, okay, that's great, I'm happy for you, because I've done those same things to my car, and yes, it made it so much better, but didn't even enjoy the car. I don't know. And some cars are project cars, don't get me wrong, this doesn't fall in the category of every car. For those of you that have already gone down there, commented, and are con, this is not saying that it's like, I will buy a project car and do a bunch of stuff to it too. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying, to be an enthusiast doesn't mean that that's what you have to do. You're allowed to call yourself a car enthusiast. You're allowed to be into cars. You're allowed to be into anything and just love it the way it is. You're allowed to be a car enthusiast and drive a stock BRZ. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys for today. Just do whatever makes you happy. Just know that being a car enthusiast does not mean you have to do these things to your car. It's just what you've been conveyed and the message that you think it means. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Peace out and stay committed.